Hi guys, this is Chris here from Scale Model Wheels and Design. I'm doing a quick video today, as it's been requested a few times, to see how we change up hubs and things, or how you can change up hubs on our rim designs. So I have picked today the Luxor wire wheel. Now these are the files that will be included in one of our next gen wheels. Obviously, the difference between them are the standard has just a single file, a staggered, if there are in fact a staggered available, we'll have a front and a rear to different offsets. And this one here is our next gen, so it has a print ready rim as well as the individual files to make up something of what you want to do. So we're using Chitubox, a basic version. Today. Actually, this is the one with the hub, so it shows you that it is the print ready. The detail on these are really, really nice actually, but I'll just X out of that one. We want one without a hub, this one here. Okay, so no hub. Now, obviously, we'll cover scaling as well. So as I said, we're just running the basic version, version 2.3 here, so nothing flash. And this setting here is from a Eagle Elegoo Saturn 4 Ultra. Obviously, my old system was a Mars 2 and would have struggled, obviously, with a rim of this size. But I certainly don't expect anyone will be printing in this large format, but we're designing this way just so that it has the most detail when resizing, then it keep that detail as opposed to stretching a rim that then loses it. So that's the philosophy behind it. So what we're going to do is I was asked to resize a rim today, so we might just take those measurements. So just go over here to the scaling, and the one today was 85 millimeters. And because we've got that locked ratio, that changes everything. So again, this is just our standard 100 millimeters by 50 millimeters. Today's one was a little bit narrower. So in that scale down to 85, the depth is 42.5. So we unlock that ratio and we can actually change that. So if we change it to, say, for instance, 35 mil, press enter, that skinnies that up that little bit, which is awesome. So lock that ratio again so it doesn't change. But that's essentially, in this instance today, was the size in which the customer wanted to print. So what we're going to do now is add a hub, because obviously the hub's going to change. So we're going to open that one. In fact, let's just do the hub that we were talking about today. So a hexagonal hub. And so we're going to add this to the rim. Now, this hub is sized correctly. So it is a 12 millimeter hub, ready to go. So I would recommend sizing the rim first and then adding the hub second. That way you get an exact fit. So we're going to head back over to the rim and we're going to flip that over onto its face. So you can see the colors here. Now, I always flick the wrong way first, just to be sure. So that's now face down, and we can center that up. So the move tool and then center, it is already centered, which is awesome, but it's good just to start at that. Now, with the hub, you want to do the same thing. So again, I'll likely flip it the wrong way, and I did. And we are going to, once again, center. Now that lines things up perfectly between the two objects. So it is important to do that so you don't get a wonky wheel. And then drag up the Z axis, and we're going to scroll in because we've got to see this a little bit by eye. So there will be an intercept. So you can see that it is slowly there. It's not overly important. As long as the hub's attached, you could in fact be higher. Well, actually not too high because that there isn't touching, but anywhere really there is ideal. But we're just going to do it like that for now. And in theory, that is our rim with the hub attached. Now, You sort of see over here with the collision detection, it's not happy. There's an unhappy face, but that's fine because when we save it as a new file, it'll make everything nice and simple. So export model and all models. Now you want to make sure here that it is a mesh file, the STL. There are a couple of other options. If you start clicking those, actually the object and that will be fine, but you start clicking those, you're going to have issues where they're not going to, join. So I'm just going to put wire wheel hex hub. All right, now it says it's successful, and we're going to open that up real quick, which obviously doesn't do that. Wire wheel, and that's opening up the file. And it is here. Didn't overlap the screen like I thought it might. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this over. So again, there we go. And you can see now we have got the rim and hub saved as a single file, and that is then ready to print. Nice and simple. Cheers guys, thanks for watching.